तौ संतोषयता सन्तौ श्रीलरूप सनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्यात पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः। कहाँ तक हुआ ब्रो? 51 हो गए क्या? 52, ओके। So 52nd Anusheda, we'll see. So we are just rewinding 1 minute. We are just seeing that intention of the great speakers and listeners of Srimad Bhagavatam is Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna is only their intention of the subject of their discussion. So that is the thing we are going to establish from all these Anuchedas. So today we are going to see now 52nd Anucheda. Ata Sri Shukadevasya अपि मे भगवान् प्रीतः कृष्णः पाण्डुसुतप्रियः इत्यादिना श्रीकृष्णः एव स्वरतिं विज्य प्रियमाणानां श्रोतव्यादि प्रश्नेन एव अंतकाले श्रीकृष्णे एव मयि उपदिशताम् इति राजाभिप्रायानन्तरम्। In last class, yesterday class, we saw Parikshit Maharaj was very much eager to hear about the Krishna. So that was our discussion. Today we are going to see even Sukadeva Goswami also very much eager to speak about Krishna. That is the thing we are going to see now. So in this, so what Sukadevasya, yeah, Atha Sri Shukadevasya Abhi me Bhagavan Pretah Krishna Pandusuta Priya. This is the 1935. In 1935, what we are seeing? We are seeing that so Parikshit Maharaj Rati in Krishna. We are seeing in this slokas 1935. I will just read out the translation here. कुछ लोग थोड़ा सुनना चाहते हैं ना. So translation is like this. Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is very dear to the sons of King Pandu, has accepted me as one of those relatives just to please his great cousin and brothers. Who is saying this? Parikshit Maharaj is saying. So no. Parikshit is saying. Parikshit Maharaj is saying. Parikshit Maharaj is saying that what? So just for that means Krishna is having love for Pandavas. I am their grandson. So since he is having the love for Pandavas, so that's why he is also accepting me. This is the point he is saying here. Why Krishna loves me? Because Pandavas, he likes Pandavas. So from this sloka we are understanding Sukadev goes, Krishna loves Parikshit Maharaj because Parikshit Maharaj is grandson of Pandavas. So like that, Parikshit Maharaj is saying, Lord's mercy is so much is there on me. So Sri Krishna eva swaratim, that means ultimately from this, Parikshit Maharaj is expressing his liking, his love for the Krishna. And Vejja, Ratim Vejja, Mriyamananam, Srotavyadi. And after that, he asked questions also, After that, in the finally last ending of this chapter, 19th chapter, you'll be seeing the very important questions he might asking. Actually, that's yeah. That's 38. Yat srotavyamato japyam yat kartavyam rubih prabhu smartavyam bhajaniyam va bruhi yadva viparyayam. Before to this, purushasyeha yat karyam riyamanasya sarvatha. Ultimately, after expressing that means his love for Krishna, Parikshit Maharaj was expressing his love for Krishna, and also he's saying that Krishna is having so much love for me, means he is also having love for Krishna. After that, he is asking questions to Parikshit Maharaj. So the person who is about to die, so what he has to do, what he has to hear, what he has to remember, what he has to chant, and also viparyayaha, that means what he should not hear, what he should not chant, what he should not remember. So those things also he asked. So like this, he asked. Then after that, what happened? So Srotavyadi Prashnena Eva Antakare Sri Krishna Eva Mai Upadishyatam Iti Raja Abhiprayanantaram. Ultimately, so Raja's intention is what? Raja's intention is that, oh my dear Sukadeva Goswami, now I am about to die. And so that's why I want to hear about the Krishna. Of course, he's asking question that what I should hear, what a person about to die, what he has to hear, what he has to remember, he said. But if you see two slokas before to this, he is clearly expressing his love for the Krishna, and he is about to die. So that means ultimately what his intention? He wants to hear about the Krishna. Parishit Maharaj wants to, he is wanting to hear about Krishna. So this is the intention of the Parishit. This Sukadeva Goswami clearly understanding. So the approach of the Parishit Maharaj, if you see, that's the last section of the 19th chapter, clearly we are understanding. First, he is saying that Krishna is having so much love on me and my grandfathers. Then after that, he is asking what person should hear about to die. So that means he is desiring to hear about the Krishna. That means simply, if you understand in a simple words, Parishit Maharaj is saying that I am about to die, so please explain about Krishna. So that is the intention actually. So we are clearly seeing that intention. Sukadeva Goswami clearly understood. Then he started saying reply. Variyanesha te prashnaha kruto lokahitam rupa atmavit sammatah pumsam sotavyadishu yah para. So how, yeah, I will read the translation of this. Yeah, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, what he is saying, he is saying that, translation, Sukadeva Goswami said, my dear king, your question is glorious because it is very beneficial to all kinds of people. The answer to this question is the prime subject matter for hearing, and it is approved by all transcendentalists. Parishit Maharaj's intention is hearing about the Krishna. And then Sukadeva Goswami is saying what? What a nice question you asked. That means Sukadeva Goswami is also approving. That means Sukadeva Goswami is approving the intention of Parishit Maharaj. That's why he is glorifying. Your question is a best question. Why he is saying that also? Variyan yesha te prashnaha. So kutah lokahitam rupa. This is the best question. Best means the topmost question. This is. That means knowing about the Krishna is the topmost thing, because it is the cause for the welfare of the entire society. Atmamit sammatam pumsam sortovyadishya para. So that means it is accepted that, so asking about Krishna is the highest thing to be heard, among the highest thing among the things to be heard. So from this we are clearly understand. Since that means the first sloka is glorifying, na? Sukadeva Goswami is glorifying the question of the Parishit, means what? He also having intention of speaking about Krishna only. This is the thing. Okay. So that is said in the Taduktam. Vayasakireti vachas tattva nischayam atmanah Upadarya matim Krishne autareya satim vyadhat. Having assimilated Sri Sukha's instruction, which ascertains the truth regarding absolute reality, King Parishit, the son of Uttara, fixed. Huh? Those are all just a sloka explanation, Prabhu. That is not having much. But for this, it is not having any much importance, relevance. Actually, that's why. Simply it is that pumsam srotavyash madhya paraha Sri Krishna Shravanabiprayana Parama Prashna Krutaha. So that means Sukadeva Goswami is appreciating the question of the Parishit Maharaj, because so among the things to be heard in that, so knowing about the Krishna is the highest thing actually. Yesha Variyan. And that means Krishna, why knowing about the Krishna is best among the all the avatars and avataris. So that's why Variyan in this Sukadeva Goswami is saying that Variyan, that means your question is the super excellent question. So because Krishna is best among all the avatars and avataris. That's why, yeah. Such a lokahitam yathasya tataiva krutha. So your question is asked such a way. So you asked about Krishna such a way that question is so nice. It will be definitely giving the benefit to the entire society. Tvam tu tatha bhuta Sri Krishna ika nirbandha prematva tu krutarda heva heveti krutarda heveti bhava. So since you have love Krishnaika nirbandha prematvat, you have love towards only Krishna, so that's why you are already perfect. So that is the thing. So he is saying, okay. So now next, that is the meaning of the previous sloka. So now we are Vayasakireti vachas tattva nischayamaatmanah upadharya matim Krishna autareya satim vyadhat. So this is once again Sota Goswami also confirming about so Sukadeva Goswami's interest of speaking about Krishna in this. Vayasake riti vachas tattva nischayam atmanah upadharya matim Krishne autareya satim vyadhat. So having assimilated Sri Suka's instruction, which ascertains the truth regarding absolute truth, King Parishit, the son of the Uttara, fixed his pure mind on Krishna. Sati. So now we are going to see. So Sota Goswami is also reconfirming. So about the Parishit Maharaj's interest of hearing and also Sukadeva Goswami's of interest of speaking. So that both we are seeing from the Sota Goswami's words. Sota Goswami, what he is telling about the Parishit Maharaj in 241. So Vayasake riti vachas. That means Parishit Maharaj is fixing his mind on Krishna, and now he is becoming so ready to hear the Sukadeva Goswami's words. Suka's instructions. That is the meaning. Sati vidyamana Krishneya matihi tamev visheshena dhrutva. That means what kind of mind he made? Parishit Maharaj made his mind. He made his mind fixed in the Lord, and he fixed his mind on the Lord, and such a mind. So through that mind, he started hearing the instructions of Sukadeva Goswami. Eta deva vyakti karishye ragna. So even so 2823. Same thing, even Parishit also expresses this. Hareradbhuta viryasya katha lokasumangala katayasva mahabhaga yataham akhilatmani Krishne niveshya nisangam manastyakshe kalevaram. So Krishne niveshya manaha tyakshe kalevaram. Parishit Maharaj is saying what he is saying in the 22nd canto, 8th chapter. This is, I will fix my mind on the Krishna and I will leave this body. So from this we are understanding or not? So his whole interest is what? Where his interest is there? So Parishit Maharaj's interest is in the Krishna. The main point actually. We'll go with the next. From the this Anucheda, what you understood? Sukadeva Goswami is also interested in speaking about Krishna because he appreciated the question of Parishit Maharaj. Whatever he asked at the ending of first canto in the 19th chapter. Yasrotavyam kirtitavyam japyam sha, in that. So that is the main thing. Next 53 Anucheda. Evameva katito vamsha vistaraha. So ityadyanantaram samyak vyavasita buddhihi ityadi purvam maya nanavatārādi katābhihi abhinanditasyapi yat Sri Vasudevanandanasyeva katayam naishtiki sthayi rupa ratirjata yesha buddhistu samyak vyavasita parama rasa vidagdha ityartha. So simple. If you see in the 10th canto, in the first chapter to 14th chapter, he heard the not first chapter, 14th chapter. In the 10th canto, first question, first sloka to 14th sloka, he showed his interest of asking about the Krishna. So Parishit Maharaj showed his interest in knowing Krishna's pastimes. So that means what, from this thing 1 to 14, first chapter, 10th canto, first chapter 1 to 14, Parishit Maharaj is asking about the Krishna's Leela Avataras. So there we are understanding Parishit Maharaj, of course, he heard so many Leelas about the various Avataras, Leelas of various Avataras, but he is having the Sthayi Bhava. That means he is having the steady Sthayi Bhava means Bhava. Bhava is also known as Sthayi Bhava or the Rati. You all know, na? So Nishta, after that Nishta, so Asakti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, and Bhava. So the Bhava is also known as Rati. So Sthayi Bhava is also known as Sthayi Bhava or Sthayi Rati also you can say. That means in that it is clearly Bhava stage, you will be having the devotion on only one. It's not that at that time sometimes Vishnu, sometimes Rama, sometimes Balaram, sometimes Krishna. You don't change like that. You will be having the fixed object actually. Only one object and also fixed relation also. In the Bhava stage, everything is fixed actually. That's why it is known as Sthayi Bhava. That is the main ingredient actually. Sanchari Bhava and Sthayi Bhava. There are the different things are there. Like example, sometimes gopis, in which Leela we saw our Rasa Leela, Rasa Panchadhyay. Gopis sometimes they feel themselves as Krishna and they act. Sometimes like a small boy, he's sucking the breast of Putana. So like that they act. So this is also Bhava. This is Sai Bhava. It is not Sthayi Bhava. It is Sanchari Bhava. It is only for time being it stays. Yeah. But the Sthayi Bhava is what? Which is always existing. Like your eternal form actually. You might be cultivating your bhakti and you are getting the perfection. I am the Gopa, or I am the Manjari, or I am the Gopi, or I am the something. So and fixed in that. Then that is known as Sthayi Bhava. So after the Asakti, you will be reaching to that stage. So Parishit Maharaj is having the Sthayi Bhava in whom? In Krishna. Of course, he heard many avatars, but his Bhava is fixed in Krishna. So that is said here. That means if you see that section, 10th canto, first chapter, in the 1 to 14 slokas, you can understand where his Sthayi Bhava is there. That is on the Krishna. So from this we clearly understand that Parishit Maharaj is interested in hearing of not avatars but the Krishna. Okay, next Anucheda, 54. तथा इत्थं द्विज यावद् यादव देवदत्तः श्रुत्वा स्वरातुश्चरितं विचित्रम्. This is 10th canto, 12th chapter, 40th. Ityanantaram. After this sloka, 10, 12, 40 after this. So 12th chapter actually. Oh Dijas, what is this? This is so the Goswami is saying 10, 12, 40. No. 10, 12, 40 to 40 and 10, 12, 44. So what it is said here? Odiyas, having thus heard the extraordinary deeds of his protector Sri Krishna, King Parikshit, who was entrusted by the Lord of the Yadavas, requested Sukadeva more of the same sacred pastimes that had captivated his mind. So, requested Sukadeva. So, Sota Goswami is saying this sentence. In 10, 12, 44, Sota Goswami is saying to Saunakadi Rishis about the Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj, after hearing, that means 12th chapter means which Leela is done? Agasur Leela. Agasur Leela is over. So after this also he continues. Parikshit Maharaj is still interested in hearing the pastimes of the Lord. So that's the point he is saying here, Sutta Goswami to Saunakadi. This, yeah. That's why by the Lord of the Yadavas requested Sukadeva more of the same sacred pastimes. From this also you are understanding what? Clearly, Parikshit is interested in hearing about Krishna. Next, after that, Ittam sma prishtas satu badarayinas tasma smaritananta hruta kilendriya kruchrat punarlabda bahirdrishishanai pratyahatam bhagavatottamottama. So when Parikshit asked that means he expressed his desire to hear more pastimes like this about Krishna. Then Sukadeva Goswami, what he did about Sukadeva Goswami also, here Sutta Goswami is telling what he is saying. A foremost of superlative devotee, on being this question, Sri Sukha, so was thereby reminded of the unlimited Lord, and the total quantum of his sense functionality was arrested by him. With great difficulty, he gradually regained external consciousness and replied to him. Sulila. So Sukadeva Goswami went into Samadhi actually. Yeah, once again then, so Parikshit Maharaj asked then, so about the Krishna. So then he came back with great difficulty from that Samadhi and external consciousness, and he started replying. So from this also we are understanding the interest of, so what is the interest of speaker and listener? Is Krishna. Next, 55. Saunaka recognizes Sukadeva Goswami as a great devotee of Krishna. This is 55. Atayeva savai bhagavato raja ityadyanantaram ragna samana vasanatveneva tamaha. They have same taste actually. So Sota Goswami, Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit both have the same kind of taste. We can see. That means they many proofs we are giving, same thing we are proving. That is both of their interest is because they are the main speaker and main listener, and both are having the same taste. That is the thing we are going to establish again and again. Savai Bhagavato Raja. Here in the 2, 3, 15, Savai Bhagavato Raja. So Raja is Bhagavat. That means he is a devotee of Krishna. Itya Janantaram Ragna Samana Vasana. That means even Sukadeva Goswami also has the same taste like Parikshit Maharaj. He also like to speak about Krishna only. That is said in the next after that sloka 2:13, 2:3:16. Vayasakischa Bhagavan Vasudeva Parayana Urugaya Gunodara Satam Syurhi Samagame. The venerable son of Vyasa, Sri Sukha, was also fully devoted to Sri Vasudeva. Was also means Parikshit is also devoted, and he also. Both have the same kind of. So Vyasa cha is there. That's why he is also Vasudeva Parayana. This is the main thing actually we should observe. Next, here cha shabda. So prag varnitena samana vasanatvam bodhayati. Here the word cha is used, that is indicating that Sukadeva Goswami is also having the same kind of taste like Parikshit Maharaj. Tasma Sri Vasudeva Nandanatveneva Atrapi Vasudeva Shabda Vyakyayaha. So here, as Vasudeva's son, who should be known here? That is Vasudeva. Anyeshamapi satam samagame tavadurgaya sagunodaraha kataha bhavanti. Okay, these are all with the another explanation. Okay, next Anucheda 56. Kim bahuna Sri. So Sukadeva Goswami's thing we can see. Kim bahuna, what to speak more? So Sri Sukadevasya Sri Krishna eva tatparye tadeka charita mayau grandhadharyamanau dashamaikadashaskandau pramanam. Sri Sukadevasya Krishna eva tatparye. So ultimately Sukadeva Goswami's conclusion is where? Is in the he explained in the first canto, second, third, fourth, not first canto, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. In all these cantos, many avataras. But after that, the ending of his whole discussion, so what he discussed in the major portion, that means 90 chapters plus once again 31 chapters. 121 chapters he spoke about Krishna. So that means we should understand that his intention is he wanted to speak about what? Majorly he spoke about whom? About the Krishna. That is the point. Actually. Yeah. That means what? Yeah. Whole book, Bhagavatam is the highest pramana. In that Bhagavatam, so major speaker is Sukadeva Goswami. Major listener is, all are in between. They are coming, but they are all. So just to see, main speaker and main listener is important, na, actually. The main speaker and main listener, I have the intention of what? Hearing about the Krishna and speaking about the Krishna. That is their interest. If these two people are having this interest, in between whatever sub stories come, those are definitely related to their intentionally or not. Otherwise, they will bring those. Why they will bring those topics? Why Sukadeva Goswami is explaining the Maitreya and Vidura's conversation? Because the questions whatever asked by the Parikshit, they are appropriately answered by the Maitreya to Vidura. So that's why. So from this we are understanding what. So ultimately we should check the main speakers, main speaker and listener. So main speaker and listener have interest of Krishna, and also we are seeing in the whole Bhagavatam 2 cantos, big, Dasha and Ekadasha. Dashama and Ekadasha skandau. These 2 skandas are proof actually. That's Krishna. Sukadeva Goswami's his conclusion is in Krishna only. That's why he spoke elaborately and extensively 121 chapters dedicatedly here. 11th canto is also completely about the Krishna only. So starting also there's a Musal Leela, how it is started. In the 10th canto ending we'll be seeing they left Musal Leela. So all the Yadus out. So then that is being explained. So in the 11th canto we'll be seeing it is starting like that. Samba. So they made as a female and so they kept so vocal in the his so in the abdomen, just on the top in the as abdomen, and they made it as a so like a baby, pregnant lady, and they so laugh. They made fun with the Brahmanas. That's why. So they gave curse to them. This will be the destroyer of your dynasty. They cursed. Then the whole scene. The whole scene is started from there. That's 11th canto. If you see, it is also about the about the Krishna's pastimes only. That's Uddhav Gita completely is in this. More than 20 chapters we have here. Okay, next. Grandha Adharya Manav. So these two cantos are the base for the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10 and 11. Because 121 major things, these are all 10 and 11. Skandantaresha Eshu Anyesham Charitam. So Sangenaiva Samapya Tabhyam Tacharita. Sorry, Sankshepenaiva Samapya Tabhyam Tacharitasya Vistaritatvat. So he is very briefly in that you see Karnano Shai, Garbhodak Shai, Ye Shai, O Shai, many Shais. And also after that, many forms are being described. Narsingh Bhagwan, uska Vaman Bhagwan. Before to this, you'll be seeing the fifth canto also, many different speakers and many kinds of the forms of the Lord are explained, but they are all very simple. Fastly, he is finishing in 1 or 2, 3 chapters now, sometimes 5, 7 or maximum 10 chapters out. But major time he gave to explain the glories of Krishna. Atayeva arambhata eva tat prasadam pradhyate. That's why he is saying in the beginning, Sukadeva Goswami, before starting, after that means main thing before starting the 4th chapter, you'll be seeing of the 2nd canto. Sriyah Prati. There he is. That's why he knows that Sukadeva Goswami, he wants to, from his father also he learned whatever, that only he teach. Na? So he knows that whole Bhagavatam, whatever he is going to speak is majorly about the Krishna only. So that's why at the beginning also in the prayers, he is paying obeisances to whom? To the Krishna. To the Krishna. Ityado Patir Gandas Chandaka Urshni Satvatam Prasidatam Me Bhagavan Satam Patihi. So that's why in that Sriyapati means Lakshmi, but sorry, Vishnu. But here you will be seeing there clearly is indicating in the 2420. What? Patir Gatis Cha Andaka Urshni Satvatam Prasidatam. So the destiny of the Andaka and Urshni. So that is, who is that? That is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And I pay obeisances to him. Like that, he is clearly showing his intention of speaking about Krishna in future. So that's why in the Bhagavatam, so ultimately about whom it is spoken about the Krishna. So that is how we want to think, we want to establish. And that Bhagavatam is the highest pramana. In that pramana, Krishna is the subject matter actually. Krishna is the Vishaya. Krishna is a prominent person. So that means highest pramana is speaking about the Krishna. That means Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. This is our intention ultimately. Next 57. Atha Sri Vyasadevasya. Vyasadeva. As the intention of you see, Anarthopasamam Sakshat Bhakti Yogam Adokshaje Lokasya Janato Vyasas Chakre Satvata Samhitam Yasyam Vaisruyamanayam Krishna Paramapurushe Bhaktiritpadyate Pumsa Sokamoha Bhayapaha. So when Vyasdev went into the Samadhi, so he saw Purna Purusha. Who is that Purna Purusha? In that prayers, if you see next prayer, Yasyam Vaisruyamana Krishna Paramapurushe. That Paramapurusha is Krishna. In Vyasdev, his Samadhi, whom he saw? He saw Krishna. Adokshaje Krishna. 2 times he used that. Bhakti Yogam Anarthopasam Sakshat Bhakti Yogam Adokshaje Sri Krishna. Okay, do you know all of you this meaning? So that's why no need to just going through the meaning. Okay. Adho Anena Shayanena Shakatantara Charina Rakshasi Nihita Raudra Shukani Veshadharini. So Adoksha's definition. Putana Nama Ghora Samaha Kaya Mahabala Vishadigdastanam Kshudra Prayachanti Janardane Tadarshurnihatam Yatra Rakshasi Managochara Punarjato Yamityahur Uktas Tasmadadokshaja. The definition of Adokshaja. So in the Samadhi, Vasudev is saying that Jivatma is, he saw Purna Purusha, he saw the Maya, and Maya is also entrapping the Jivatma and that Jivatma is thinking himself as body, and that is anartha actually. And that anartha can be nullified by the doing bhakti in Adokshaja. So who is that Adokshaja? Maybe someone say Adoksha is Vishnu also. Adha Krutam Akshaja means, so who cannot be object for the this material senses. That means who defeats the knowledge produced by the senses. So that can be the Vishnu also. So Adokshaja meaning may. So general meaning, it is general. If you say general definition, it can be go to the any avatar also. So that's why here we are taking the which Purana? Harivamsa Purana, and we are establishing what is the definition of Adokshaja. There we are clearly seeing that Adokshaja is Krishna. इति हरिवंशे श्री वासुदेव महात्म्य तन्नामनः श्री कृष्ण विषयता एव प्रसिद्धे. Adokshaja word by the derivation, if you see yogic meaning, so it can go to any avatara. Adokshaja means what? Adha krutam akshajam yena saha. That means by whom the knowledge produced by the senses is defeated. That means you cannot see him by the material senses. That can be any avatara. So that is the yogic meaning. But it is that Adokshaja, now Harivamsa Purana is saying that this Adokshaja word is dedicated to whom? It is dedicated to Krishna only. You can see these translations of these slokas, then you can easily get. I will read out the translation in a quick, then you can understand. Okay. The fiery demons named Putana, who had assumed the form of a flying witch, was killed by baby Krishna while he slept in cradle under the axle of a cart. Aksha, Adaha. Krishna is Adoksha because so he was kept under the Aksha means what? That's a cart. You know, that's a Shakatasur Leela. He was kept under the cart. That's why Adaha means under, Aksha means axe. So that's why he is Adokshaja. That demoness who has gigantic, powerful, and terrible to behold, had offered her poisoned breast to baby Janardana, but was killed by him instead. When the residents of Vraja saw the dead witch lying there, they declared, "This boy has been born again and should therefore be killed. Should therefore be called Adokshaja. He who has been awarded new life from under the axle of God." Adaha. So here, when the residents of Raja saw the dead witch lying there, they declared, "This boy," everyone said that. That means Putana also, Adoksha is another meaning we are seeing. When Putana was killed, she fell down, Putana fell down, but Lord is just playing on her chest, actually, breast. So then after that, people, what they said? Adokshaja he is. That means he once again he was born. He has been awarded new life. Ja means so getting adhoksha ja. Ja means getting birth. Adaha means under. So the axle of cart akshaya. So first he was new life means why? So one time he was attacked by the Putana. They thought that, oh, maybe he might be living his life. But once again, next Leela is what? Shakatashur Leela. First Leela is Putana Leela. Na? Then after the Shakatashur Leela happened. In the Shakatashur Leela, actually he got the Adokshaja name. In the Shakatashur Leela, what happened? He got the life again, once again. One time he has to leave his body because of the Putana. They at that time he saved. And now this whole cart has to fell down on him and he might have left his body. But that is also didn't happen. So that's why he is known as Adokshaja. He got the birth once again under the cart, axis of cart. Okay. Atayeva Uttara Uttarottara Padye Sakshat Krishna Ityo. Ultimately, this Adokshaja word is belonging to Krishna. So even Bhagavatam Nama Kaumudi also, if you see, Krishna Sabdasya Tamala Shamala Tvishi Yashoda Stanandhanaye Stanandhaye Parabrahmani Rudhi Iti Prayoga Prachurya Tatraiva Udaya Iti Choktavanta. So Somopanishadi cha Krishnaya Devaki Nandanaya Iti. Even Krishna is also belong to so Krishna. Krishnaya Devaki. Seeing being okay. So ultimately Vyasa saw what? Krishna Paramapurushe. Here Krishna is what? Vasudeva. Vasudeva only. We should not bring out the Krishna means something. Something Kali Maya. He is also known as Krishna. You should not put Kali Maya or some Maya here. Okay. They give Bhagavat, these people, they derive the various meanings on this. Tatra Gandha Falatvam Tasya. Ultimately, the Srimad Bhagavatam is who is the result of this whole Bhagavatam? That is Krishna. Because major portion is, and also Vyasdev Sa Samadhi, whom is Krishna. And based upon him only he wrote that means he the anartha to destroy the anartha of the jiva. That means he wrote the Bhagavatam for destroying this jiva's this miserable condition or to solve the problems of jiva. That's why Yasyam Sriyamanayam. That means Bhagavan Chakre Satata Samhita. He made this Samhita. So by seeing whom? By seeing the Krishna only. Na? So as a solution for these problems of jiva. So that means whole Grantha is also about the Krishna. Like that also if you see, it's about Krishna. Okay. So remaining things we'll see tomorrow, 58 onwards.